Hi everyone, my name is Sebastien Dupuis. I'm a concert pianist and piano teacher living in Zurich. I'm from Belgium. So this video will be about the EDITIO MUSICA Budapest that you have here. I went this weekend to Budapest to visit the edition and to talk with the people, make some interviews, how they make the notes and everything. And I will maybe make a second video on Budapest and Liszt, because there are many things about Liszt in Budapest, as you can guess, since he was Hungarian. So this is the whole piano edition for the moment. They prepare other volume. They will explain this actually in the video coming up.
Well, good morning. Welcome in Hungary. It's our music publishing house called EDITIO MUSICA BUDAPEST Ltd. I hope you will enjoy the journey in this office.
So hi everyone, I am Sofia and I work here as a copy editor. I've been working here for almost 2 years now, and my main task is to correct and proofread everything what we publish. Sometimes I write short descriptions about our publications, and at times I also translate short text for the homepage. And now I would like to give you a short insight into the process of music publishing. And I would like to do this on the example of one of our latest Liszt publication. Last year we published the latest volume in the series Liszt Complete Edition, and it was the 16th supplementary band in the series, and it's quite an outstanding publication, although all of the volumes are quite outstanding for us and remarkable. But here we published musical material that has been published for the first time now. And part of this material is found in a manuscript which was unpublished before. And I'm very happy to be able to show you a photocopy of this manuscript. And then I can also show you how we work on it.
Okay, let's see.
So here on the computer, this is the original manuscript, or here of course the copy of the manuscript.
So what is this exercise, etudes?
Yes, these are short exercises for the piano. Liszt wrote them for a lady called Valérie Boissier, and he gave piano lessons to her in 1832 for a few months. And he wrote her these exercises. And it's also very interesting that this is really written by Liszt, because as you know, there are many manuscripts which were written by other copyists, but here it is originally from Liszt. And
where did you find it?
It is in a private collection, so unfortunately we don't know the exact place, but I assume it is in France somewhere, but in a private collection, that's for sure.
So there might be even more of this in private collection that we don't know yet.
Yes.
Okay, interesting.
That's for sure. Because Liszt wrote everywhere where he traveled, to everyone, and he gave it as a present. And even nowadays, sometimes we get emails and people introduce themselves and tell us they found something which seems to be from Liszt, and they ask us to prove it, and very often it is the case that it's from Liszt.
Okay.
Yes.
How can you know if it's for Liszt or not?
Yes, it's a good question. I think the researchers have enough knowledge and means to prove it. It can be also the paper he used, or the writing style, or the piece itself. We can find extracts from his compositions.
Nice octaves.
Yes. So this is the 5th page of the manuscript with octave exercises and also comments written by Liszt. And now the researcher starts to work with this material, and he has to find out the meaning of all the details, the smallest signs, everything. And once he is ready, then he prepares for us a new manuscript, but of course then it is digital. So here he made it for us.
Interesting.
And now the score music writer and the typesetter can start to work with this. The score music writer makes only the musical materials, so these examples, and then the typesetter puts everything together, the text, titles and footnotes, and of course the music itself, and prepares a PDF for us. And then the editor and myself start with the correction and proofreading. With,
so the red stuff is the stuff you don't agree, or you think it's maybe something to add or something?
Yes,
okay,
or was misread or...
So it's nice to know many people work on the same stuff and then make correction or gives opinion.
Yes, it's teamwork, really, yes. Yeah, and we exchange knowledge, clarify everything, and once we think, okay, it's perfect, or we think it's perfect, we hope it's perfect, then I approve it, then the chief editor approves it as well, then the managing director approves it as well, and then it can go to the printing house. And finally we have the final product, and here this is page 100.
Yeah, the octaves again.
20.
And the exercise before.
Yes.
Okay, so the last series was of previous works Liszt did, previous version of his works, and then also like album leaves, so pages we found of him, exercise, stuff he wrote.
Yes, written by for friends and for his pupils, for famous people. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Nice.
The trading house?
After sending out the business file to us, and after they
So-
will press.
So that's like how the cover will look, and if it's good, then they do it like this. Exactly.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Nice. That's like a design proof of the cover.
Design proof.
And the inside.
Thank you, Eva.
Thank you. And what's the inside?
Ez most miért van itt darabokban?
Ah,
Why
yeah,
is it now in
that's a
pieces?
separate edition of Harmony Poetica Religiosa.
Yes,
Yeah,
it
exactly.
will be the separate edition.
Separate
of
edition,
this
yes.
cycle.
So you're making more separate editions?
We have published it.
Ah, it's published.
It's
this
a
one. Okay.
reprint of this
Ah,
vinyl
okay,
volume.
okay.
Am I right?
Reprint.
Yeah.
Ah, that's the final. Okay.
The
I see.
final version
Harmony
of,
okay, I
of this
see.
cycle. Yes.
So it first looks like this, and when
Yes.
it's fine, it finally looks like this. Okay.
So please.
There's even a piano in the office.
Yes.
You want to test some Liszt works?
Yes, in case. My name is Márton Kerékfi. I'm editor-in-chief of EDITIO MUSICA BUDAPEST. And of course it's a great honor and a great responsibility to be responsible for producing these wonderful books.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
As you know, the new Liszt edition has now 59 volumes over how many years? Over 40. No, over more than 50 years since, since its launch in 1970.
Exactly. Yeah.
And what is
You have been working since?
since since 2014, so
Okay.
For 9 years.
Okay. And the latest.
For 8 years.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you didn't do the first volumes, you did the last.
Of course.
Yeah, okay.
Yes. But I've already done some volumes, and I'm excited because this year we will launch 2 new series within the new Liszt edition. Series 3, which will include works for piano duet and for 2 pianos, and Series 7, which will include all the piano concertos and other works for piano and orchestra.
Written for the orchestral score or the piano score?
The orchestra score in the complete edition, but we also will make the solo part and also conductor score and the orchestra material as well.
Okay, well, that's a lot of work.
Yes.
Okay. So you are proofing the work at the end, or how is it working?
Yes, I do proofing, but I'm also responsible for the texts, for the prefaces, which can be quite extensive in the recent volumes, and which are in 3 languages. So I edit the Hungarian version, which is written first, and then I check the translations, the German and English translations.
Okay, but you have translators doing this?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay, interesting.
Managing Director of this company, Mr. Shigerai.
Very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Thank you for receiving me.
Absolutely, it's our pleasure.
So what is the job of a managing director?
Several jobs, most of all to give the everyday tasks to the colleagues and then control it and then talk about the results.
So what is the next project? So I guess the series of Liszt is not finished. You did the volume first series, second series, and there are more to come?
Yes. The series that we published so far are for piano, and we already published an unfinished opera, an opera fragment in a separate series. And now we are starting to produce a brand new series. These are the orchestral works with piano that will also appear in 2 piano versions. Mm-hmm. So we decided to run several series parallel in future because this way we can reach different publics, different kind of musicians.
Exactly.
But it takes many decades to finish the series because Liszt wrote so many works.
But how far are we now? Did we do the half of it, or?
It's very difficult to judge because it happened that new manuscript or new versions appears, and sometimes we need that we should revise some old volumes. So I think it's a job for 1 or 2 generations.
Okay, well.
You know, we started in 1970, more than 50 years ago, and we already completed or almost completed the piano works.
Yeah. So it's a teamwork and a multi-generation project.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Liszt, for giving us so much work.
We are very grateful to this company.
So on the left we have
Zoltán Kodály.
Then in the middle.
Béla Bartók.
And on the right, of course,
Franz Liszt.
The great Franz Liszt. He was young there.
Please follow us to the warehouse.
Well, Dora, could you help us to see the in-house printing machine? Okay, thanks. Yes.
Mind the steps.
Yeah.
Would you like to join us? Yeah.
Oh, that's huge.
So it's a really huge warehouse. It's more than 1,000 square meters.
1,000 square meters.
And this is the place where we store all the music that we have printed in the warehouse, and also publications from other publishers that we distribute in Hungary and in the neighbor countries.
Okay.
And if you follow me, we can show you our in-house printers. So this is a big Xerox machine that we have just purchased.
This?
This one.
behind there, okay.
Then, from there you can see it.
Looks like a copy machine.
Yeah, it's a very big copy machine. It's a state-of-the-art technology and help us to run our POD program. It means print on demand, and this is useful for those publications where the print run is very low a year or there are rush orders. So practically we just receive an order from the customer in the morning, and during the day we can print out the music, and in the afternoon the postman can get the package and send it to the customer.
So you can make one book out of this?
Yes,
directly?
we can make 1 or 100,
okay.
It doesn't matter, and the machine is able to make the final products in sometimes in one step. If the publication is easy enough, the stamping, the cutting,
But
folding.
You make the big volumes here too?
No,
okay.
no. The maximum is maybe 60 pages or 72, something like that. So you just push a button on one side, and
it comes out.
the new baby publication will arrive here.
Yes, baby publication.
That's nice.
A newborn. My colleague Dora creates those files that contains not only the contents of the publications, but all additional information for the printer's machine, what paper should be used, where to cut, where to bin, where to fold the papers.
Wow, amazing. And there is a new book. In how many minutes? This was like some minutes.
Some minutes only. And then you can see the
And it's perfect.
fresh
Smells
smelling
new, yeah.
music. And here you can see some of our books on music that we published in the 60s, 70s and 80s, where EMB was the first on the music book market as a state-owned company.
I have one question, by the way. Did you change with time, like the books you published in the 70s and the book that are published now? Is it other materials, other paper? Is this changing?
We will renew some volumes for the very beginning,
Okay.
yeah, which was firstly published in the 70s.
Okay. So you also always improve the
The quality, yes,
of the
and
product.